Yep, you're sincerely right on the bubble here, and this lap, I think it has to count. It's doubt he'll get through, and look at that, look at the surface. It's really getting close to dry conditions. M-Sky-Z puts it in to the best slot you can be in Q1 at the moment as things stand, but the track's improving, and what's really crucial at these stages are the drop zones. Of course, once you get through to Q2, it's a fresh slate. We all know that. And it really just is important to get out of here. So yours and Silly right on the bubble here. Unstopped Rob also in a danger. GB and Safso. GB having to go again after a bit of a dodgy lap last time around. In the Williams, pulling in for curbs. Can he do anything out of the ordinary here? Can he just put himself a little bit higher? He looks to be improving through the first sector, not for the second sector. Ah, and it's slower. It is slower. So that's not good news for Jaden. And yours sincerely, 17th place. He's going to have another stab at the cherry here. He has just got enough time. But GB68 coming around the final corner, he isn't going to have enough time if this isn't going to be good. I think it's going to be enough to improve up to second position. He's found time. Now Safso, the Season 1 champion, he's all the way down in 20th position. Look at the Ferraris, Infratic, Razin Shai. They're also under threat here. I think that is Infratic coming through the... no, sorry, it's Razin Shai coming through the final corner now. So he's going to have to show what pace he has, unveil it, use it at the right time, and he is going to go up into 5th position. Infratic down there. Blackmere's been knocked out. So has Adam Sanderson. He's not going to improve. Safso is looking for improvement as he comes out at the final corner, splits the timing beam. Can Safso do anything to get himself out of it? Yes, he can. That's him safe. Now, that's JD Devil Noob knocked down. Hoodie Pete right on the bubble here. Emphatic coming through that final sector. Jaden also just behind. Both of those could knock out the likes of Hoodie Pete. I was going to say Alex Gillen. Alex Gillen has just improved, but Tiamat Marduk and Hoodie Pete are not safe in this session. Emphatic around the final corner. Is he going to improve? He does improve. He knocks Hoodie Pete out, and Tiamat Marduk survives by one single position.
Alex Gillen gets bumped down.
Yeah, it gets to bump down a place. Do you know what I mean? Dark Viper, GB68, LA Giri, Safso, Emphatic. You'd expect these guys to improve in Unstopped Rob as well. You know, I think there could be some big names dropped out of this one. Elray, definitely. We're following along with him. He's the championship leader. He sets a super fast first sector. It's not looking great where Alex Gillen is sitting.
Yeah, this is not looking good. I think he's going to have to perform some voodoo on some of the drivers to get them to crash at this point. But yeah, most definitely, looking at that board, seeing the fast drivers behind him, only 2 of them need to improve, and he's out of the running for Quali 3. So we've got Unstopped Rob across the line. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not, actually. That's 1 driver out of the running here. We've got GB68 still on track, and his teammate El Rey, who we're on board with. This is looking like probably a comfortable time from El Rey, looking at the sectors. Is it going to be enough? Well, certainly it is enough. That's the fastest time of all. GB68, is it going to be enough as well? And that is Alex Gillen out of qualifying.
Yep, Alex Gillen out of qualifying. Miscalculation on his front. Or maybe a calculation, a risk he decided to take to save tyres. But Dark Viper GT, he's also knocked out Safso, the Season 1 champion, coming back in, barely prepared for this race. Hasn't had the chance to prepare, hasn't been able to boot the game. He's into Q3, so that's a sensational result from Safso. He was talking to me beforehand. He was saying, hey, I could come to the booth, I could do this, I could do that. Coming up with all these ideas, because he did not have the confidence to go through here. But he has got into the top 10 shootout, and it's Dark Viper, Alex Gillen, Unstopped Rob, Mr. Dale, and Matty D13 were the 5 runners who are going to be out of that top 10 shootout, and they will not get a chance at pole position. As he rounds out the final couple of corners, he's going to be the first person to set a time here in this Q3 session. Opens up the DRS and splits the timing beam. It's a 109.545, and that's about the time that Alex Gillen got knocked out with yesterday in the last session. So not fantastic from him. Tiamat Marduk, he's coming through, and he's going to set a much better lap. Fastest through the first and second sectors. Fastest overall. That is super impressive.
That is a time that could be very, very difficult to beat. I was talking about you need to have that one perfect lap. That is looking like it might be one up there. Although El Rey is actually going faster in the first sector there by nearly a tenth of a second. So the time's tumbling down here. Tom 97 just getting oh so close, 6 thousandths of a second off the pace, and really the pace at the I think second sector there catching him out quite a bit, but the margin so fine. You've got to carry the speed through the corners. Here comes El Rey. Is it going to be good enough for a fastest lap? For the moment it's going to be close, and it is by 100th of a second. So fine margins, can you believe it?
Yeah, but fastest in that first sector, but not for the second and third. So very, very interesting to see where the speed is coming for the championship leader, the Spaniard, who's on a mission to go and get that first Creator Series title for him. Meraki, now he's coming towards the line. A lot of curb use on the exit. Maybe just unsettles the car on exit, but he's coming down. Hasn't set an amazing first and second sector, only good enough for fifth. So what we're talking about, GB being a bit mid-pack, he's looking below that. Even Emphatic has managed to get in front of him. That's a bit harsh on Emphatic. No, it's not. I'm going to stick by it. Even Emphatic has got in front of GB68 here. So that just shows that lap really not being anywhere here. Razin Shai, he knows how to win a championship. He comes to the line and he well, that's decent. There we are, 109.298. So we know now what we're looking for. We're looking for a 108 if you're going to beat El Rey's time. And it's going to be interesting to see if anyone can come close to that. Tia McMurdoch, El Rey Giri, and Tom 97 all look super close here. And this could be a spectacular final part of Q3 here. But Tom 97, through the first two sectors, he's improved. He's looking very fast. Purple. Tom 97, he's had the crowd ahead of him. Now he's going to say to the crowd, this is the time you need to beat. It's going to be a 108.626. 2 tenths faster than Tia McMurdoch, finding a tenth and a half on his time. And now El Rey Giri, he has something to chase after.
Oh, what a time. What a statement. And with traffic distracting him as well, that is a time to say this championship is not over by a long shot. I'm going to push it all the way. And now El Rey has to respond to that. We will have to wait and see. I'm not seeing any timing at the moment giving us an indication as to whether they're going faster or not. But it's looking like these drivers are committed. Look at that, using every single last inch of the track. And for Tia McMurdoch, staying in the slipstream, I think, of El Rey there. So an interesting strategy. Will be catching him out in certain corners, but obviously using that slipstream, he thinks it to good effect as the drivers are coming across the line now. Will we see improvements? Question mark, who knows? Yeah,
finding time. Tia McMurdoch found time through the first sector. He's got the slipstream on El Rey Giri. It could be a better time than El Rey Giri. El Rey Giri, he improves the second. Tia McMurdoch, he snatches it back off of him, but crucially not enough for that pole position. Tom 97 looks to have secured that and left that guy Vince can pull something spectacular out of the bag. It's good enough for the second row on the grid. But it is not good enough to challenge Tom 97, the man who had to be in first today, had to beat El Rey Giri out. He's coming here with a fight. He's saying, you've won in Zandvoort before, but it's going to be me crushing the pain in today. And Tom 97, a superb time. Tia McMurdoch not too far away, really using that slipstream to good effect. But El Rey Giri is going to be directly behind his championship rival at the start of this race here, John. And the creators are ready here. And it's going to be 5 lights on the board. A DRS disabled message, which is erroneous. But here we go. The creators go racing in Zandvoort. And there looks to be a bit of an early pull-off from Razin Shai. He'll give those positions back because he has had host advantage. But Tom 97 maintains that lead. Tia McMurdoch, El Rey Giri battling here. And El Rey Giri up and into third position. Meraki's up into fourth position. That guy Vince has fallen down here. Tom 97 has maintained that position well at the start here.
Disastrous start for Razin. He gave up those positions. That's very gallant of him. But however, on those softer compound tyres, it's not gone well. We've got a driver off. I think it's Mr. Dale who has spun, it looks like, or gone into contact. I'm definitely thinking that's contact. Adam Sanderson will want to get himself up the order as Tia McMurdoch goes for the lead. Elray tries to follow. Oh, contact between Tom and Tia McMurdoch. I don't think any damage happened there, but it's left the door open for Elray. He goes up the inside, a little contact as well. Argy Bargy going into there, trying to keep it around the outside. Tia McMurdoch just blocks him off a little bit, saying that is enough of that. Very, very aggressive driving. They have to. There's barely 3 car widths on this track, so you've just got to just throw the car in there. And he created the gap once again. He went for it, and it has paid off for the moment, barring any damage, because Tom97 is now behind him. Crucial for the championship, as we see Alex Gillen going for a move on Meraki in the background. He's going to have the outside line. Can he get it? He's going to have the better traction off the corner. And Meraki, I think, saving battery there. So left himself vulnerable to Razin now. Razin up the inside, being opportunistic. This is chaos now for the lead. We've got 5 cars battling at this point at the start. And who knows who is going to come out on top. Drivers compromising. And Alex Gillen has got past Tom97. Perhaps some damage now? That's very uncharacteristic for Tom to just leave the door open like that. Razin is on the attack as well.
Yeah, it's all getting really hectic here as they head towards Tarzan. 3 wide they'll go. Gillen, Razin Shai, Meraki, all champions in the Creator Series, and they are really up for a fight here. They could lose the DOS if they aren't too clever about this, but there we are. Tom97 involved in this battle as well. He's falling through the order. He's really having a tough time. Alex Gillen coming up chumps there, up to 3rd, and Mr. Dale, first retirement in the pits, 31st retirement from the Creator Series, and not a day to forget for Mr. Dale yet again there.
But will it be too early for Elray? He's right behind. He's going out of the slipstream. And will Tia McMurdoch have another opportunity to counter-attack as Alex Gillen goes to the inside? Is Alex going to go for the lead? He's got the inside here around turn 1. They're side-by-side again. He backs off, thinks better of it. Probably for the best, seeing what happened 2 laps ago. And Elray takes the lead then as the swapping of positions at the start, at the front of the pack, just continues to ebb and flow. As we see Tom97 going for that attack up the inside. Once again, another textbook maneuver. And it looks like he's got it done even before going into turn 3 and 4 here. Just exemplary move. And Alex Gillen still, I think, has just lost the lead, actually. So Alex Gillen attacking Elray once again. This race has had so many overtakes, I can't count them already.
He's certainly looking to get his first podium and keep up that streak. But there we are, Elray Gillen going on. No, it's still 3 wide. This is a bit wild. I thought Gillen was going to pit there. He went so aggressive to the right, but Tom97 and Elray Gillen come into each other, and that must be contact, and that's damage. That's a wild moment there from Tom97.
Yeah, I think that was just maybe desperation a little bit, wanting to factor in this race, and that is going to be ever so devastating as Tia McMurdoch are straight up the inside there, trying to take advantage of that situation. That is not great, the damage being on the right side as well, so a lot of the corners, left side damage, so a lot of the corners are going to be very, very difficult to get through. And look at that understeer all the way off the on the curb into the grass area, and exploring the track a little bit, and that is devastating for the championship, devastating for morale. And you have to question, was that really the move he had to go for? Braking ever so late. It was on, the move was on, but he just had to get it stopped, and just a tiny mistake, a tiny lockup, and that is the fine margins that you play with in Formula 1.
Yeah, Elray's not going to leave you any more room than you need, and Tom97 knows that. He's had that collision. He's going to have to hope for a complete change in strategy here in this race. Is he going to come into the pits? I suspect he'll have to. He does peel into the pits here, slows it down, and he gives himself a 10-second time penalty to boot. He is having a complete mare. He has lost his head. He needs to recalibrate here. Sticking on a hard pair of tyres here. He needs to really think about this one. He'll need to pit again to clear that 10-second time penalty that he's just received. And this is bad. This is very, very bad. Elray Gillen is in the pound seat for this championship here. And I wouldn't say that so early, but Tom97 is well down the order here. Come off here, but here we are. Elray Gillen, I think he's coming to the pits here. There we are. He is the first to ditch those mediums out of that front-running four, and he's going on to a pair of softs here. So it's going to be fascinating to see where he comes out in line and compared to some of the other drivers. GB68, I believe, is going to go through in front of him. Of course, he's on a bit of an alternate strategy here, but it was Razin Shai who was part of that pack and part of that battle, and it looks like Razin Shai, going through the traffic, hasn't been able to close that gap down. In fact, the overcut has been dramatically better for Elway Giri here, and it's 2.9 seconds the gap between Razin Shai and Elway Giri. So that's looking good and favourable for that front-running pack. He would have hoped to be able to follow Elway Giri as JD Devanube retires in the pits. So nothing to shout about there. He is unfortunately DNF to second DNF from today's race, but an interesting period and phase of the race that we're going through here. He goes at the moment, this hairpin that leads onto a DRS straight, a short straight. Tim Marduk's going to look to make that move. Razin Shai, he wants to pick a lane. Which way does he go? And he does just get caught out. Tim Marduk goes super deep on the brakes, just about gathers it up on the apex of that and exit of the corner. And now Razin Shai will hope the DRS on Emphatic will open up and he will be able to go through. Hopefully they will work together. But look at this Emphatic thinking, no, you're not taking that position off me too easily. And you know what, Razin Shai, you come along too if you can. But look at that, Tim Marduk throws it up there again. 2 by 2 they go. Tim Marduk, without the DRS, still wants to battle. He knows he's got to crack on with this one. He needs to maintain that position. And Tim Marduk being decisive there in retaking that position. And now he can march towards Unstop Rob.
This is reminding me of Belgium, by the way, where Elray was on a different strategy, and I was just question marks all along the race as Alex Gillen does decide to pit, so you were correct. But I just don't see that working out for him, because Elray can cover him and a 10-second penalty, and now it definitely hasn't worked out for him, that's for sure. I was going to say also, so who in the Haas garage has taken a hard set of compound tires and painted them red as he goes on to the medium compound tires? We're about to see Meraki get past Unstop Rob. I don't think Unstop Rob's going to fight this. He's on much older tyres. And Meraki goes past Tim Marduk, not looking to battle at the moment. I think they're just looking to use those tyres to the best of their effect. Just trying to keep the motivation as we have Elray into the pits then. So now he has pulled the lever on the last roll of the dice there into the pits and out just behind the chasing pack there. That will be ominous as Alex Gillen will see the gap of 3.4 seconds and go, that's not gone well for me in effect. And that's going to be the last nail in the coffin, I think, for the leader's confidence, because Meraki will be able to see Elray's time on his heads-up display, so he'll know that effectively Elray has called their bluff on this strategy.
DRS open, he will think about it again. Will he go up the inside? Tim Marduk covers that off, then back to the racing line, entitled to do it to open up the corner. But Elway Giri just going to have to be patient here and hope that he can slingshot through the cars ahead. The thing is, 2 cars ahead with DRS makes it very difficult to overtake, but Tim Marduk there, traction struggling as they go through Ari Leindijk, but Tim Marduk pulling away for now, the slipstream coming into effect. Elway Giri looking for the inside. Tim Marduk knows he can't push him any further. Elway Giri sends it far too hard in there, overcooks it into the back of Alex Gillen, and Alex Gillen is just going to block him there. Tim Marduk again throwing it in. Elway Giri just manages to keep the place and just about keeps his front wing as he charges out of Hugenholtz.
So into now the danger zone for Alex Gillen and Meraki. It certainly looks like Elray gets the superior traction out of the corners. That's where he's making the difference. He's not having to use the battery so much. And look at that cornering speed. Alex going defensively almost on the last turn. And Meraki has had a slow exit as well. It's looking like Alex Gillen, the only one that can defend from Elray at the moment. Elray goes to the outside. He's past Meraki. Can he go all the way around the outside of Alex Gillen? He does. And now Alex has to try and keep that inside line, which will become the outside. Elray's got it. Yeah, that was done and dusted. He was able to just go flat out in almost around that turn, and Alex Gillen could do nothing to defend against that.
Since the start of F124, he's been the man with the Midas touch, and where he had his first big golden moment in the Creator Series, he is going to have another golden moment on the dunes of Zandvoort, and Elway Giri is your Creator Series championship. Hail to the king.
Incredible, incredible stuff as we've still got battles going on between, I think that's Infratic and Skyzy, maybe. No, in fact, I think that was yeah, it was Infratic and Skyzy. Yes, sorry, my apologies. As across the line, we have also Unstopped Rob takes it by a 1/10 of a second from Meraki. That was the battle we were seeing right there. Difficult to see the cars coming across the line there. But what an incredibly dramatic moment for them, with Alex Gillen all the way down in 5th. So it did cost him in the end that 10-second penalty. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic stuff. He's just got that second position, Unstopped Rob, fantastic. Alex Gillen falling down to 5th. Tiamat Marduk charge at the end there. Maybe he would have thought, what would have happened if I got on those softs slightly earlier? Matty D13 and GB68, I believe the only 2 cars out there. GB68, massive congratulations on the constructors. It's a double for Aston Martin, LA Giri and GB68 taking the double with that in, with LA Giri's taking, of course, the Drivers' Championship today. Matty D13 coming over the line, GB68 smashing into Matty. You can see Debray flying down the straight. That is an epic moment to end today's stream.